What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It. ashsaidit.com. Yes, ashsaidit.com is the site. I thank you guys right now for all of your unwavering love and support and devotion to the Ash Said It brand. Yes, because we are a brand company, and I'm very proud of such. And we have done massive things in the last year, and I want to say thank you, because without the support of each and every one of you downloading the shows, to sharing the website, to commenting, emailing, all of that helps so tremendously, and I want to say thank you very, very much for that. I wouldn't be able to continue doing this if I didn't have the support of people like yourselves that tune into your girl. And shout out to my global audience, y'all. I got a global audience, and I'm so excited about it, because I never even imagined that people would still pay attention to me. I didn't know that that was a thing. I didn't expect that. But I'm thankful for each and every one of you from different countries from around the globe that download the Ash Said It Daily podcast. Yes. Thank you very much for all of your support, all of your love, because we do it up in a major and massive way. Each and every day, we are pushing forward. We are making dreams a reality. We are not defeated. We are champions. Yes, and yes. I'm so excited. I'm so very excited. This past year has been amazing. It's been a phenomenal year for me. It's been a phenomenal year for my team. It's been a phenomenal year just in general. But we have had some drawbacks. We've had some tragedy. We've had a lot of just horrible things that have happened in the world, specifically in the U.S. And it's just heart-wrenching, because we've got this big presidential election coming up, and honestly, y'all, I'm not sold on either candidate, but make sure that you make the best decision for your life, all right? So I encourage each and every one of you, if you're not already registered to vote, go and get registered, please. Go and get registered to vote, and please get out to the polls to physically vote. Him and now. Go and do that, because it's a very important election. Every election is important. I hope that you guys keep up with all of your quarterly and primary elections that happen on the local, regional scale, because those are just as important. It's just not every 4 years being that's an important election. You need to make sure that you're voting all the time, okay? You need to make sure that you're aware of what's going on in your community, and that you continue to be active in whatever it is that you're doing. Stay active, remain active, and don't allow for people to take away from what you're doing, what your vision is, how you're going to grow your brand, your business, your book, your company, your music, your events, whatever it is. You got to stay focused. There are a lot of things in this world that are meant to deter you away from your focus, to take you away from it. And they will do so if you allow it. I've been victim to it. I absolutely have fallen victim to some of the distractions of this world. And it's really good to be aware of it, but it's even better to be on top of your focus. So be aware of it and try to abstain from those distractions, because that's all they're doing. They're just distracting you from your goal, from what you're supposed to be doing. Don't give into it. Don't do it. Now, this world it's crazy. It is continuing to get crazy by the minute. So I say continue to stay on task. There are a lot of things that are out here that are meant to distract you. A lot of things out here to get you off your focus, because they don't want to see you reach your goal. They don't want you to reach your destiny. That's really what it comes down to. Honestly and truthfully, that's really it. There's no going around it. They don't want you to reach your goal. They don't want you to succeed. And the best thing that they can do is keep you from it. So, I say to you today, as I say always, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them in the face and say, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history, babies. And that's it. Don't believe me, just watch. Just watch what I'm going to do. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to ask for your support. I'm not going to berate you with a whole bunch of nothingness. I'm just going to do what I'm supposed to do. That's all I'm going to do. Feel about it however you want to feel about it, because you know what? It's a free world. You're entitled to your opinion. You're absolutely positively entitled to live however you want to live. Don't let anyone take that away from you. But what you won't do, you will not take me off course of where God has me going. And my life has been nothing but God. I mean, there have been times where I've put myself in harm's way. I've put myself in situations. I allowed myself to be in situations where my life could have easily been taken away from me. Easily. And I'm thankful that they weren't, that it wasn't, but at the same token, it makes me a lot more conscious of the situations that I'm around, people that I'm around, the company that I keep, the energy surrounding these people. People's energy affects you. Whether you want to recognize it or not, it is the truth. It will affect you. So you've got to make sure that you got the right people around you. It took me a long time, and I'm still learning, because people pretend well. People pretend well, especially when they see that you have a focus in mind, that you're doing something major or massive, something that no one's ever seen before. Whenever you're a pioneer, there are always going to be haters. Always. Why? Because they want to be the pioneer. Which they can be. They can be a pioneer in their own right, in their own realm, whatever they want to do, but they don't believe that they can be a pioneer, and they don't want to believe that you can be one too. See, it's the funny thing about life is you will run across these people that will downgrade what you're doing and try to belittle you as a person. And those people are really doing it to themselves. They're belittling themselves. They're showing you how they feel about themselves. Has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing to do with you. You're really just the embodiment of everything that they could possibly do, but choose not to pursue. Because in life, you have a choice. It's all about choice. What are you going to do? I've known so many people in their life to sit up and just blame everyone else. Oh, this person didn't do this for me, so that's why I'm not successful. Oh, this didn't happen for me because of this, and blah, blah, blah. Always passing the buck. I hate those people. I'll say that. Hate is a pretty strong word, but I will say it again. I hate those people because they're naggers. They're naggers. They're complainers. They don't want to take responsibility for their own actions, because at the end of the day, you have the power to do what you want to do. You have it. You have that power. Now, what you choose to do with the power is up to you. You have that power. So I hate when I hear people say, oh, well, I would have been successful, but this person took it away from me. No. You gave that person power over your life. Therefore, you're the one to blame. Look in the mirror and blame yourself, because that's who caused this dream to not come to pass. You. If you allow for people to take over your life and to downgrade whatever it is that you're doing, then that's on you. That has nothing to do with them. They're just there as a distraction. And as a distraction, they've served their purpose in preventing you from reaching a goal, reaching a dream. I can't tell you how many times I've run across so many people that hit me up and say, oh, Ash, what you're doing is great. I'd always love to do that, but I can't because X, Y, and Z. Those excuses will get you nowhere. Excuses will get you nowhere. Because let me tell you, this journey that I've been on for, a decade and some change, it has not been a cakewalk. It has absolutely positively not been a cakewalk. All right, let's take it back to 2006. 2006, I graduate from Columbus State University with a Bachelor's of Arts degree in Communications as a Human Science with 3+ years of on-air experience with a market that is smaller than most, but it was still on-air experience. I had my demo, I had my headshots, I had everything ready to go. I was equipped with everything that should have made a difference. I was equipped. I had it all, or so I thought. Came back to Atlanta, started applying to jobs all over, all under the sun. All my qualifications. My resume, flawless. Couldn't have tapered it off any better my doggone self. Couldn't have tapered it off any better. People are on this road just acting foolish. Couldn't have done it better my doggone self. Faxed my resume. Mailed my demo. 4 months. Daily. Every single day. I didn't even know what my parents' telephone bill was because I was faxing those sheets. I was faxing those referrals. I was faxing all my info daily. For 4 months, okay? You know how much response I got from those? You know how many people reached out to me because they saw my resume and saw my demo? Listened to my demo and all that? 0. 0. As in none, as in zip, as in zilch, as in ain't happened. But I didn't let it down me. I was disappointed, clearly. But I didn't let it down me, and I said, you know what? I'm going to make this work. I don't know how. I'm going to make it happen. Started calling up the stations. Started trying to get in contact with the program directors. All the major stations in Atlanta. Every single format, you guys. Every single format. Okay? That's just giving you an idea. There's a lot of different formats. Formats meaning the type of music. Urban, country, talk, gospel, rock, pop, alternative, top 40, all of those, and then some. So I started calling up and trying to get in contact with the program director because the program director that's the main person that says yay or nay. I worked, elbow in elbow with the program director in Columbus, so I knew how things operate. I tried to contact all the major stations, and I finally got in contact with V103's program director, Reggie Rouse. I believe he's still there. Shout out to Reggie Rouse. I got in contact with him, and I got on the phone with him, and I introduced myself, and he said, yes, I know who you are. Please stop faxing your resume to us. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that kind of set the tone for the rest of the conversation, which was very, very, very brief. He basically shut me down. He basically said I didn't have the experience. I didn't have the in. Basically, what it comes down to is I didn't have an in. I had the experience. I had the know-how. I had that hunger for learning something else, something new, because the two markets were different. Columbus, GA, that's the East Alabama, West Georgia area. it was a lot. It was a whole lot. And he didn't feel confident enough in me to think that I would take it on. And I mean, I remember basically like almost pleading with him on the phone. I was like, look, I'll just take, anything. I'll just volunteer. I don't even care about being paid. I just want to be in there to get to learn and to know how to get further, how to better my situation, how to build my knowledge up as to this completely different market. And he said no. He had no problem in saying no. And honestly and truthfully, in that moment, that broke me. That was it. That was pretty much the last straw. I tried so hard. I was persisting so heavily. And that really just broke me. And I went and I just started doing odd jobs again. I had student loans I had to pay off. I had all kind of stuff in debt that I needed to pay off. So I jumped into survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, you're just trying to get your stuff paid off. So I did everything under the sun, you guys. I mean, I was retail, food service, haunted house, products, MLMs. I did, oh my God, I can't tell you how many MLMs I jumped onto. And MLMs, that's another topic for another day. I don't like them. I don't believe in them. And they are a big fraud. Unless you create that MLM, there's no way for you to win. There's no way. Unless you are the person that came up with that idea for whatever that product is, you're not going to win. You may get some chump change off of it. Or if you're one of the first ones to start it, you may have a little bit of a leg up on people or an advantage. But all in all, MLMs, I am not a fan of. I went through my phase of MLMs, and that's it. So, I'm not going to lie. I was broken for a good minute because I felt very defeated. I felt that maybe I'd made the wrong decision. Maybe this was not what I was supposed to do. Maybe this was not where I was supposed to be. And I got in contact with an online station, and we started kind of vibing, and I started working with them, and it was really good for me because I felt as though I was putting my skills to use again, and that felt good. They gave me a lot of leeway, well, mostly because they weren't paying me, but that's another topic for another day. But I will say that I am thankful for that opportunity because it did give me a chance to continue to build on my skills and continue to do something new. So, all of these experiences and everything that I've strived so hard for, y'all, it has led me to this place. It has led me to ashsaidit. That's just a portion of my story. That's not even the whole bit. That's just a little bit. We just scrapping, we just kind of scraping at the surface a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. And that's what my whole point is it's not easy. It's not going to be easy. It's not meant to be easy. It can break a lesser person. Matter of fact, it has broken people completely to where they don't even recognize themselves. So you've got to find your happy place. Find your happy place. Find what you're meant to do. And it may take some time. Now, for me, I ran away from it. When things went south with that online station and a lot of things were revealed to me, people brought me information that basically led me to the conclusion that these people were not who they said they were. And they were using my name and likeness for different things. And I didn't appreciate that one little bit. So we handled that on the legal scale. Yeah, I got folks that got legal credibility. I got some folks that got some legal dealings that'll hook things up for your girl, We always keep things legal right. You know what I'm saying? So, because of that, it made me doubt myself again. And I kind of went back to that whole months of oh my gosh, well, maybe this is not what I'm supposed to do. Maybe this is not what God meant for my life. Maybe I heard the message wrong. Again, that sucks. And I started to run away from it. I tried to hide it. I tried to get away from it. I tried to not deal with it. And the more that I ran away from my calling, the more that it came at me at such a force to where I couldn't deny it. It was undeniable. It was not something that I could pretend was not happening. I couldn't. I couldn't pretend that it wasn't happening. So, because of that, I had a choice, and I was at a crossroads. Am I going to continue to deny this of myself and my capabilities and what I can do, or am I going to make some magic happen? So, I decided to make some magic happen. And ashsaidit was born, and I've never been more proud of a company than I am with ashsaidit, because this was my idea. No one gave it to me. No one gave me any kind. I didn't pull this from someone else. Nobody just handed me and said, hey, why don't you do this, Ash? Hey, why don't you do... And that was the most proud moment for me, is that the realization of this came from me. This was inspiration from God, from up above, that was put on my heart. And I love it. I absolutely love it. But like I said, this is not a cakewalk. This was not something that just happened overnight. Oh, I want to make a company. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to join the army. There were a lot of things that led me to this point. A lot of heartbreaking things, a lot of things that I never even imagined that I would deal with this early on in life. I mean, the main thing is losing my mom. I never imagined that I would lose my mom. I thought that I had like at least another 20-something years with her because of how much time she had with her mom. But life is what happens when you're making plans. Life is what happens when you're making plans. So it's just about making history, making something major and big happen, and continuing to push forward no matter what, because people always have something to say. They will always have something to say. I kid you not, they're not going to ever not have something to say. They're always going to say something to you. And to that I say, keep your mind clear and stay away from dream killers. Because a lot of those dream killers, they don't like themselves. They don't want you to like you either. They don't want you to like you either. So, that's my little speaking point for the day. I hope that I didn't bore you all too much. But I've got to give a little more inspiration back. I've got to pour back into you guys what you pour out to me. And I wanted to share that. That was kind of on my heart right now, because there's so much going on in this world. And it's so easy for anyone, myself included, to get distracted from what you're supposed to be doing. And there's so many times that you will doubt what you should be doing, where you're going, where will things end up. A lot. So I'm here to tell you that you can make it. It is possible. Don't doubt yourself. Keep pushing forward no matter what. And don't let anyone talk you out of your dream, all right? Because a lot of people are upset with themselves. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want you to succeed. They don't want any of that. They just want you miserable the same way that they're miserable. The same way that they're miserable, they want you that miserable too. Misery loves company. Don't give them any friends to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Don't give them any friends to deal with. Misery loves company. So don't give them anything else to deal with. Let them stay miserable by them doggone selves. Let them stay miserable. Let them stay that way. And you continue living your purpose and continue to push forward. I love you guys tremendously. Thank you so much for supporting your girl, for being there with me, for being there on my side, for everything, for all the downloads and everything else. Thank you so much. ashsaidit.com would not be if it wasn't for you all. So I thank you all tremendously. And I hope that you will continue to push forward no matter what. Let them talk. The people that want to talk and say stuff about you that's not true, let them talk, because in the meanwhile, you're making history, baby. And that's all that counts. Deuces.